If you've clicked on this video and have no idea who I am, then allow me to show you the intro from the previous episode of this kind of series. It just summarizes what's actually going on here. If you do know me, skip ahead to this point. Let me catch you up to speed. A couple months ago, I made a video explaining how I'm technically eligible to play rugby for Belgium because my granddad is 100% Belgian. I found out that there's players from England that have gone over to play for Belgium that's highest level of rugby they've played here is the same as mine, tier 5. I then got in contact with the Belgian Federation of Rugby, sent over some highlights of mine, checked out Belgian highlights themselves to see how good I need to become if I was to ever play for Belgium, and started my journey of trying to do so by getting some baseline fitness testing done. Today you join me for episode 2 of Road to Belgium. A couple days in the life showing you exactly what I'm doing to become as good at rugby, as fit, as fast, as strong as possible, while continuing to pester people in Belgium to let me come over and play some rugby. Let's do it. So here is another couple days going into what I'm doing training wise and admin wise to try and get myself playing for Belgium. And by admin, I mean what I'm doing to further pester anyone involved in the Belgium setup to let me come out. And we have a pretty big update on that front to share. I think it's actually the biggest one yet. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we are back for another Belgium training day/days video, and I'm up the pitch to do my sprints at 9:20 in the morning. What's going on? So yes, the season has pretty much ended now, so my training is a little bit different, at least my stuff outside of the gym. In the off season, for outside of gym stuff, I have 2 goals. Number 1, continue to get fast, because that's the main part of my game, but also get fit as fuck. Firstly, because, you know, if I'm ever going to play for Belgium, it's firstly looking like going through 7s might be the route, and then in general the higher level of rugby is played at a much higher pace, so you got to be a lot fitter. But also I'm setting a world record, or at least attempting to, where I'm playing a 36+ hour long rugby game. So yeah, I feel like conditioning should be pretty high on my priorities. So we're up for a field session for some conditioning and some sprints still. Got some calf sleeves because we are still recovering from shin splints, and some fat insoles to help take the shock out of each landing. Let's do it. Oh, starting to get tired now. I am cutting, so I intentionally didn't eat too much before this. The only carbs I've had today is half of that banana. That is catching up now. 2 more sprints, Bronco, done. Time for the other half of the banana. Okay, next on the agenda is some recovery for the shin injury. So let's go. So that cold plunge was cut short. Cheers, dog. And we got some food on. I then did some work working with my coaching clients. I do strength and conditioning coaching online, if you didn't know. Obviously my main thing is doing like a sport as well as banging gym. So I focus on helping people get in better shape, get stronger, faster, etc. If you're interested, that as well as training programs that you can follow by yourself without me messaging you, they're in the description. Then I got some steps in to help me get in better shape with the ball for some reason. More food via some homemade burgers, microwave protein powder cake thing that I make. which slaps, and we prepare for a sleep. If you do not have a sleep routine, then you are missing out. It is arguably more important than a morning routine. The next day was more of the same, so let's run through it as fast as possible. Electrolytes, eggs, supplements, smoothie, recovery, walk, orange for a snack, chicken for a snack, and then... Okay, we're at the gym for game day -2 session, aka just a hypertrophy focused, a muscle growth focused, full body session. However, I forgot my tripod, so what you are about to see is my game day -1, aka my pre-game day workout, which is a little bit of upper body, mainly just muscles that I don't do in my other workouts because they're smaller and I don't care massively about them, and some power work to get me ready for the game. And then once I've got that done, it is the big Belgium update that you've been waiting for. Let's do it. Workout done, we are back to eating. Some homemade pizza, then off to actual rugby training. An ice bath for more recovery. The rest of the pizza, a protein shake, code Joseph at MyProtein, by the way, also linked in the description. It'll give you an extra discount on whatever you buy. And another sleep routine. Blue shell. So, what is the situation, the current situation with the Belgium situation? Yeah, last you heard on YouTube at least was that the Belgium Instagram account that follow me, pretty sick by the way, gave me the under-20s coach's email, but because I'm 1 year too old for under-20s as I'm turning 21, I messaged Belgium back asking for a senior coach. Well, since then, not too much had actually gone down, and I was kind of getting to the point where I was thinking that this journey is going to take an extremely long time and I might have to wait a couple seasons at least to get significantly better at rugby before this goes anywhere further, which it still might, but we've had an update at least. I decided to still use that under-20s email to get in contact with someone directly involved in the actual Belgium coaching setup to see what would happen there. I mentioned in that email to either kindly forward me to a senior coach, or if I could go out and be involved in an under-20s session, because if I'm just a little bit older than the Belgium under-20s and I go out and join in with the under-20s and it's around my level, well then technically I'm on track. And what the under-20s manager very kindly did for me is forward my email to the senior coach, which I believe has recently changed, so it took a little while for me to get any comms back from them, but I have now been in contact with the senior Belgium rugby coach, which is sick, and they have asked for some more footage, and I sent that over on the first day of this video's 3 days now that it's covered. Like I said a minute ago, this may take quite a while for anything to even come of this, because I'm not like an insane rugby player at the moment. I play grassroots for my local club's second team at the moment. I was hoping to get like a fair few first team games this season, because last season I got like 5, so I was hoping for that number to increase, but this season I've got 0, and the whole reason why this Belgium thing is even a possibility is because there's people that have played at the equivalent level to my local club's first team that have gone over and played for Belgium. So I was hoping if I got to playing consistently for the first team, I could then do the same. I'm not currently playing consistently for the first team, so at least me playing for the Belgium national team 15's rugby union team is probably not happening within the next couple months. So yeah, I don't really know what's happening, if this is going to happen, when it's going to happen, but trust me, I'm doing everything I can, and I know a lot of you guys really want this to happen and are really excited to potentially see this happen, but yeah, updates are few and far between. This just may take a little bit longer than originally anticipated, because my rugby season has not gone as anticipated. But as seen today, day-to-day, like mentioned, we're still grinding, we're still going for this, because this would still be sick. And I do have a little bit of an unfair advantage that gives myself more of a chance of this potentially happening than someone else playing at the same level of rugby as me, which is you guys. But yeah, my rugby season's pretty much over now, so we're into a very training heavy off season. So when hopefully the senior coach replies, you'll be seeing a big off season training days in the life from me to show you what I'm training like to prepare for a better next season, hopefully with some higher level rugby. Blue Shell.